Hello all dear programmer. I welcome you in the lecture series of Fundamentals of Data Structure. Now it's time to start with some hands-on in C programming. Let me start with implementing some assignments on fundamentals of data structure using C language. Our today's task is that we are writing a simple program, C program, to create a database, and we would like to perform some operation on that database. Operation means a database is created and we want to insert a record into that database. We want to modify a particular records. We would like to delete the record from that database. We are looking for a specific record is present or not, means we are searching in that database. And if you want to display the complete database, then we can able to display it. Database. What is a database and how do we create the database? Everyone knows that the database is nothing but that collection of records. Right. Means if you are going to maintain some information and that information is having the different attributes, right? So we are going to maintain that different attributes by using a record, like a table. Table is having the multiple rows and the multiple columns. Every column indicates the attribute and the row indicates the record of that particular thing. If we take the example of the student database, then we know that we are going to maintain for every student the student's roll number, his class, from which department he belongs to, what is his college name, what is the city, what his address, what is the mobile number of that student, what is the blood group of that student, etc. That means all this different information we are going to be maintained. Similarly, we can maintain employee database if you want to create the some operations on the shop keep or to the shopkeeper. Also, we can maintain the weather database, etc. If we start to implement it, let me consider the student database. We are going to be maintain the student's information like the roll number of that student, name, city, what is the phone number, percentage of that student, and what is the blood group. Now, how to create the database in C? Yes, exactly. The database can be created in C by using structure, right? Because structure is the collection of heterogeneous elements. As the student database is different kinds of information, means we can able to use by using structure. So we are using the structure as we know that the structure members are nothing but the different attributes of that particular structure. Now, for the ease of simplicity, we are also maintaining the array of structure because are interested in maintaining the complete table. So, in C, if you want to declare a structure, the syntax is struct keyword, name of the structure, whatever the attributes you want to list out, that all the attributes means data type, attribute 1, data type, attribute 2, and so on. And we are creating the different variable list of that structure over here. Now the structure is created. Then how we can implement it? There are different ways to implement the operation on that structure. We can use structure variable. We can use a pointers to that particular structure. Someone may use a C programming by using some functions. If someone want to do, he can or she can able to use that dynamic memory allocation. Even the database handling in C can be implemented by using file handling. In today's session, we are going to start with a basic program with a simple structure and accessing the members by using structure variable. So in our program, we are creating the structure student and we are maintaining the roll number is of integer type, first name of the student, city of the student, and we have created here the 10 instances. We know that we can access the structure member by using dot operator. So in general, we are saying a of I dot roll number, a of I dot first name, a of I dot city. So if someone want to implement it, then how do we start? Someone may say that let me display all the operations like create the database, display the database, then what kind of operations we would like to perform on that database by using switch case. Someone may say that let me create the first database, then we'll display the database and then show what kind of operations we can perform on that database. So our process is, we are going to write a program where we are creating the database first, then we are displaying the database, and then we are specifying what kind of operations we can implement on that database. So we are going to use a dev C++ editor. Obviously, we have to, every C program must be starts with some comment, right? So we have to give the comment section here, what is the purpose of our program, right? The purpose of our program. Then if you have observed that we have created a structure which containing the first name, roll number, percentage, and here we have created total 30 instances, right? So then we have created the database here, as I said, then we have displayed the database, and we have asked that what kind of operations we want to perform. Now for the ease of purpose, I have just shown only the one insert case. Obviously we have to implement the switch case, right? So we are showing that enter the which record you want to insert and all the stuff. Fine. Then remaining cases you need to do as like a filling in the blanks. Let me start with executing this program. So while running it, let me compile and run the code. Then you will get the output. So how many records, students information you would like to maintain? Then suppose I would like to maintain 3. Let roll number, suppose roll number 10. His name is suppose Rahul. Okay. His percentage are 98.8%. Then I would like to add the roll number 2. Then his name is suppose Shweta. The percentage she got is 77.89%. Then I would like to add roll number 1. Okay. Then the first name is suppose Aman. The percentage he got is 78.88. Okay. So if you have observed that, we can able to see the database, and then we need to perform what kind of operations you would like to perform. Now, if I press that, then you need to say enter your choice. Let my choice is 1. Then it asks you which roll number you want to insert. Let I would like to add the roll number 5. Okay, the name of roll number 5 is suppose Devesh. And the percentage he got is 86.56%. Okay, and if you have observed, the record is inserted at the end. So dear student, I expect you kindly go for that, insert at a specific location, then delete the record, then modify the record, and all different kinds of operation. So we have seen that we have performed that operation. Now I expect my every student will be able to perform that operation in such a that the program will not be terminated until and unless user select the exit option. If you want to insert, for example, in my database, only maximum 10 elements will be there. While inserting it, I reach to that 10th location. While you are inserting that element, you should check that the size of database should not be increased or should not be go beyond the 10. Similarly, you cannot delete that element from that empty database, right? So you need to check that element size should be greater than 0. If you want performing the search operation, the record should be found and record is not found. Both cases should be done. So it is expected that you should implement your program, right? And perform all this operation on this database. We have already seen there are different variations to implement that particular program. Thank you. I hope you understand it. Happy learning.